If you're looking to volunteer and help children awaiting their foster homes, Isaiah 117 House in Washington County, Tennessee is the place for you. Here to tell us a little bit more about the organization's upcoming volunteer training are Care Coordinator Katie Wilt and Location Leader Taylor Forbes. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, first off, before we get into the training, explain to us what Isaiah 117 is. A lot of us that are from here know what it is, that have been around for a while. We understand what the program does, but talk to us a little bit for those that aren't, aware of what it is.
Isaiah 117 House is a national nonprofit organization that started locally here in Northeast Tennessee, and our mission is threefold. It's to reduce trauma for children entering foster care on their removal day, to walk alongside foster families and provide them with things that they need when they take in new placements, and also just to love on caseworkers and lighten the load for them and for the Department of Children's Services.
So tell us a little bit. Right now we hear constantly that DCS is overwhelmed, and I'm sure that overflow comes to you all. Talk to us about how great the need is right now for your organization.
We definitely feel that overwhelm that our caseworkers are seeing. Right now, as of this month in Northeast Tennessee, there are 900 children in care just in the Northeast. So we have volunteers in our home and our staff who come alongside DCS, and they love on each guest who comes into our home, and they supply them with the things that they need.
And let's talk a little bit about what this training is and what people can expect from it.
Okay.
So what it is, it starts with a 2-hour trauma-informed care training, and then after that we set up all kinds, well not all kinds, but we set up a background check, and then we set up fingerprinting, and then after we get all of that in from DCS and your DCS certified volunteer, then we bring you in for one last training session. It is called Be Our Guest training. We walk you through what it's like to be with the new removal, what it'll look like when you're in our home, and then we set you up on our volunteer onboarding.
And let's talk a little bit about what these volunteers do and just how important they are to the organization.
So for the volunteers, they're really the heart of our organization. They welcome the child in who has just been removed from their home with open arms. We normally have cookies baking in the oven, the TV on, so they walk into a nice environment, and then we show them love and we get them a bag packed. We call it lavish love. So they receive a bag full of all brand new things. They get new clothes, new toys, new books, new toiletries, and we try to make it possible to say yes to anything that they need to help reduce trauma on that day.
And I know that this, like you said, it just kind of creates a positive environment for these kids, but let's talk a little bit, maybe a volunteer, let's say they only have a few hours a week. Are you willing to take someone like that?
Of course, most of our volunteers, they only have a few hours to give. It's people who work full-time, and they do this in their spare time out of the goodness of their heart because they love children. So somebody who just has a few hours a week is actually perfect for us.
And let's talk about some of the other requirements for being a volunteer at Isaiah 117. I know that you mentioned you might have to get your fingerprints done. You're going to have a background check. Let's walk through some of those.
So really, it's just kind of that. We need you to be able to pass a background check, have a good standing with local police and everything like that, and then other than that, that's really all the requirement that we need. Just have love for children.
All right. Well, how can folks sign up for this training that's taking place tomorrow?
So for the training tomorrow, and we also have one coming up on April 24th next month. We try to do one once a month. Okay. They can head to our social media, click our Linktree link, and there's a volunteer application, or they can reach out to me personally at katie.wilt@isaiah117house.com.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today and for sharing about Isaiah 117 and this upcoming training.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Well, here are those details one more time. The Isaiah 117 House in Washington County, Tennessee is hosting volunteer training tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. You still have some time to sign up online. But for more information on this training, you can contact Katie right there at the email on your screen.